In this episode, we explore the real story of a mother of quadruplets who was bitten in half by great white shark. Terry Cartright, a 35-year-old mother of 5, was thrilled to be scuba diving again after over a year away from the water. Surrounded by playful sea lions gliding gracefully around her, she descended into the crystal-clear depths, eager to experience the marine life she loved. But a momentary pause to equalize her ears would cost Terry her life in one of the most harrowing shark attacks ever recorded. This is the terrifying story of Terry Cartright's final moments. On Saturday, June 5, 1993, Terry and her husband Ian were heading out to sea with their 5 children. Ian, who was skippering the Australian maritime college vessel, River Esco, navigated the Bay Strait off the Tasmanian coast. Their destination was 10th Island, also known as the Barrenjoey Seal Colony, a remote granite outcrop home to hundreds of Australian sea lions. With over 400 sea lion pups born there annually, the area serves as a vital breeding ground and is popular among divers for its stunning marine biodiversity. Terry, who worked at the Australian Maritime College at the University of Tasmania, was part of the dive team that included marine fisheries lecturer Stephen Ears and his colleague Josephine Osbor. Stephen had invited Terry and Josephine to join him in observing sea lion behavior, a research project he was conducting. Terry was excited to participate, as these sea lions were known for their playful interactions with divers, often coming close to investigate. After Ian anchored the boat in a channel on the southern side of 10th Island, about 150 meters from the mainland, Terry, Stephen, and Josephine began preparing their dive gear. Terry donned her 2-piece wetsuit, yellow fins, and air cylinder, eager to get into the water. Stephen entered first, signaling to the others that it was safe. Terry followed, closely trailed by Josephine. Though Terry was an experienced diver, she had not been underwater for over a year and was fumbling slightly with her equipment as she bobbed on the surface, adjusting her regulator and mask. Meanwhile, Stephen and Josephine swam toward 10th Island, accompanied by curious sea lions that darted playfully around them. Terry lagged behind, struggling with her gear. Her husband, Ian, and another crew member, Ian Rinkin, shouted at Terry to hurry up, urging her to stay with the group for safety. Finally, Terry sorted herself out and quickly caught up, swimming powerfully to rejoin her friends. As the trio descended, they marveled at the vibrant underwater scene. The sea lions gracefully glided past, and Terry took in the breathtaking visibility and the teeming marine life. However, as she descended, Terry felt pressure building in her ears. She paused to equalize, pinching her nose and blowing, but struggled to relieve the discomfort. Then, without warning, Terry was struck with an enormous force. A 15-foot great white shark had suddenly charged at her, slamming into her with such power that her regulator was torn from her mouth. Disoriented, Terry spun in the water, trying to regain control, but the shark quickly closed in again. Its massive jaws clamped down around her torso, and she let out a muted scream as a cloud of red engulfed her. Stephen and Josephine watched in horror, frozen in place as the shark thrashed Terry violently. The sea lions scattered in panic, leaping out of the water or swimming away. The 2 divers hid behind underwater rocks, terrified and unable to help Terry as the shark continued its brutal attack. When Stephen attempted to make a dash toward Terry, the shark reappeared, its powerful tail propelling it swiftly through the water. It grabbed Terry again and dragged her deeper into the depths until she was out of sight. Ian and the children, watching from the boat, were unaware of the unfolding nightmare below. When Stephen and Josephine resurfaced, they frantically signaled Ian, who rushed over in the dinghy with Ian Rinkin. Upon hearing the tragic news, Ian desperately searched the area for over half an hour, but found no sign of Terry. He then faced the heartbreaking task of telling their children's 6-year-old quadruplets and an 11-month-old son that their mother was gone. Throughout the afternoon, search efforts continued. Pieces of Terry's wetsuit surfaced about a kilometer from the attack site, and one of her legs, still wearing a yellow fin, was retrieved from the sea. No other trace of Terry was ever found. Diving among marine wildlife is exhilarating, but it is essential to remember that the ocean is home to formidable predators, and we are merely visitors. In waters like those off 10th Island, great white sharks frequently hunt inexperienced sea lion pups and injured stragglers. As Terry paused mid-descent, struggling to equalize her ears, she may have been mistaken for prey, dressed in black and suspended like a struggling sea lion. This tragic case of mistaken identity led to Terry Cartright's horrifying story, a devastating reminder of the dangers lurking in the deep. If this story gave you chills, hit that subscribe button for more terrifying true stories of nature gone wrong.